In 2024 alone, several hikers have vanished, with dozens of cases still unresolved, reminding us of the unforgiving nature of the wild. The case of Francis Userovici Arches National Park. Among these cases, the disappearance of 76-year-old Francis Userovici in August 2024 stands out as one of the most perplexing. Standing 5'6", with short gray hair, Francis was an avid adventurer and photographer. On the morning of August 16th, he entered Arches National Park, last seen at 8:50 a.m. with his red Nikon camera in hand, capturing the awe-inspiring sandstone formations. His rental vehicle was found later that evening at the Sand Dune Arch parking lot, but Francis was nowhere to be found. The disappearance. Francis was well acquainted with national parks, often seeking solace in nature. On that fateful day, he set out for what seemed like an easy hike, given his experience, and the fair weather made it an ideal day for exploration. But as the hours passed and there was no word from him, his family grew increasingly concerned. Knowing Francis's meticulous nature, they knew something was wrong when he didn't return or check in. That concern turned into dread, and they immediately contacted park authorities. The search and investigation. What began as a routine search quickly escalated into a massive rescue operation. Search teams of park rangers, volunteers, and local authorities scoured the area around the Sand Dune Arch, but the landscape revealed no clues. His rental car remained untouched, no signs of foul play, no indication of struggle, nothing. Helicopters flew overhead, search dogs combed the area, but it was as if Francis had vanished into thin air. The desert's vastness, coupled with intense heat, made the search even more urgent. For the family, the waiting was unbearable. Each hour of silence was a ticking clock. The images of him, alone in the harsh desert, possibly injured, were too much to bear. He was always so careful, one family member said tearfully. He loved being out there, but it's terrifying to think he's still out there, lost or worse. Theories and speculation. As the days stretched on, the initial optimism began to wane, and speculation about what could have happened to Francis grew. One theory was that he had become disoriented, lured by the perfect photography shot, and wandered off the main trail into the labyrinthine rock formations. The sandstone arches can be deceiving, with landmarks blending into the horizon, causing even the most experienced hikers to lose their way. Others speculated that heat stroke or dehydration might have played a role. The August heat in Arches National Park can be unrelenting, with temperatures soaring above 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day. Even a seasoned hiker like Francis would be at risk of sudden fatigue or confusion under such conditions. Without adequate water, disorientation sets in fast, often leading hikers further into danger. Wildlife experts ruled out the possibility of an animal attack, as Arches is primarily home to smaller animals and birds, with no large predators that could have posed a serious threat to Francis. Foul play was also considered but quickly dismissed due to a lack of evidence. Expert opinions. Park Ranger Julia Henderson, who has spent years navigating the desert landscape, highlighted how easily things can go wrong. One wrong step, one deviation from the trail, and suddenly you're lost. It's so vast out here. The terrain is disorienting, especially under the blistering sun. Mark Thompson, a seasoned search and rescue expert, added, "Heat exhaustion and dehydration don't just impair the body, they impair judgment. People think they can handle it, but when the desert gets a hold of you, it doesn't let go easily. Desperate decisions are made, and often people end up wandering even further from safety." The lingering mystery. Weeks turned into months, and despite exhaustive search efforts, Francis remained missing. Flyers were distributed across the park, on social media, and at trailheads, with the hope that someone might recall seeing him on the trail that day. But the desert had kept its secrets. The family, heartbroken, struggled with the agony of not knowing. "It's the uncertainty that's killing us," his son said. "We just want to bring him home, one way or another." Reflection on national park disappearances. Francis Userovici's Disappearance underscores the inherent dangers of exploring the wild. National parks offer adventure, beauty, and tranquility, but they also demand respect for their unpredictability. Nature can turn deadly in an instant, and even experienced hikers like Francis are not immune to its dangers. For Francis's family, the emotional toll has been immense. The hope they held on to in those first few days has since transformed into quiet desperation. The constant wondering, the imagining of what could have happened, and the longing for answers has left them in a painful limbo. As his daughter shared, it's like he was swallowed by the earth itself. Legacy and continued search. Although the formal search has been scaled back, the quest for answers continues. Francis's family and friends refuse to give up. They have organized additional search parties, advocated for improvements in park safety measures, and raised awareness about the risks of hiking in remote areas. They still cling to the hope that one day, a clue will surface, and they will finally understand what happened to the man who so loved the desert's beauty. Final thoughts. Francis Userovici's disappearance remains an unsolved mystery, one that leaves both family and investigators grasping for answers in the vast desert of Arches National Park. While nature offers moments of breathtaking beauty, it can also be harsh and unforgiving. For now, Francis's story serves as a reminder that even the most routine hikes can take a sudden, tragic turn. His family still hopes for closure, but until then, the mystery of his disappearance remains. A haunting tale set against the stark, majestic landscape of Arches National Park. And there you have it, another mystery brewed to perfection. If you enjoyed sipping on today's tale, don't let the intrigue end here. Hit that subscribe button to keep your mug filled with new mysteries every week. Give this video a like if it got you thinking, and drop a comment below. What's your theory? We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you've ever had a mysterious experience of your own, share it with us in the comments. Who knows, it might just be featured in our next brew. Until next time, keep your mugs warm and your minds open, because the truth is always brewing here on the Mystery Mug Channel.